My name's Kevin Seitz, and I'm primarily a war correspondent. I've worked for all of the major networks at one time in my career, and then did a project with Yahoo News called The Hot Zone, in which I covered every war in the world in 1 year, every major conflict, 20 conflicts in all. And the idea for me there was really to try to have some kind of epiphany about war. You know, I didn't seem to be grasping really a full understanding, while I was working for the networks. It seems like we were on the periphery of it all the time, but not really grasping, fully both the cost and the consequences and the reasons behind it. We as journalists, and maybe as society as a whole, define war by exactly the wrong terms. We define it by its smallest terms, combat, where its greatest and most impacting concern is collateral damage. In every war, civilians ultimately end up dying in greater numbers than the combatants, and civil destruction lasts for generations, while that battle may last only moments. The cost of war over generations, when you spread it out, in terms of civilian deaths, civil destruction, unexploded ordnance, sexual violence, the loss of heads of household, all of those things impact a society for generations, where that combat may have lasted only minutes, and in the scheme of the war it meant nothing, although it was something interesting to watch for that moment or to hear about. But I think we have to learn how to have a new and truthful conversation about war, and we haven't gotten there yet. Not only do journalists have to stop being seduced simply by combat and the idea of that drama drawing us in, but I think society as a whole has to kind of flip the paradigm on its head and look at war in a different way, a more truthful and realistic way, if we're ever going to somehow mitigate some of its effects. We'll never be without war. I mean, in 5,000 years of recorded human history, there's only been 300 years of peace. So war will probably always be with us, but we can dampen our enthusiasm for it, and we can learn to live with its consequences if perhaps we embrace the truth about it.